Africa is a continent of unmatched beauty with rich culture and diversity and immense potential. But what images come to your mind when you think of Africa?
So generally, there is a perception of Africa to be full of poverty, sicknesses, diseases, wars, and we lack the basic amenities such as hospitals, supermarkets, etc. That has been what has been projected over a period, and that's what has stuck in the minds of people.
There is this saying that goes that history is written by the victors. This phrase shows how dominant past shape narratives that seek to glorify themselves. But in Africa's case, whose responsibility is it to tell Africa's stories? Welcome to the flip side. American comedian Tiffany Haddish was recently forced to defend herself after a seemingly harmless video on TikTok caused quite a stir online. During a visit to a supermarket in Harare, the capital of Zimbabwe, Haddish filmed herself walking around and marveling at how well stocked the mall was.
They got a grocery store. It's beautiful. It's beautiful in a grocery store.
Her video faced a backlash from some Zimbabweans and even other Africans on social media, with many accusing her of fueling the stereotypes about Africa.
The Western powers, for instance, they have benefited a lot from this unequal relationship. So to them, the perception they have created, they have wired their citizens to think that nothing good can come out of Africa.
Historically, Africa has often been portrayed through a narrow lens, focusing on poverty, conflict, and exotism. This skewed perspective overlooks the continent's rich cultural diversity, economic growth, and innovation. Especially in the age of social media, so much about this perception still needs to be dispelled.
No, Africa is not bad. We don't have goats like here in Harare. We don't keep goats in the streets. We are actually at the same level with us, but then we are not showing enough.
Africans are wonderful people. I think we're really funny. We're exciting to speak to, exciting to hang around with. We can change our own narrative by taking back our own story.
The question remains, should the onus of positive portrayal lie solely with Africans? Or is it a shared responsibility with global media and influencers?
We need to decolonize spaces of communication. We need to decolonize journalism. We also need to look at journalism in the African context, which is developmental.
While Haddish's video could be seen as perpetuating stereotype, it's also important to recognize that she brought attention to a beautiful part of Africa that many might not know. The real issue is why such narratives are still necessary to highlight Africa's beauty.
When there was this narrative against us, there was no pushback from us. We didn't own the media. We didn't have access to the global media and all this. But now we can see that with the liberalization generally of the media landscape, with the advent of your TikTok, or social media, your YouTube, we can now create our own content that the global world can consume.
And that is the flip side.